This is how to sharpen a 15V Para 3, the factory edge. And we're going to try to see if we can bust this out in under 10 minutes efficiently. We're going to be using a TSProf K03 sharpener, this guy right here, with Hapstone premium CBN stones. We have the knife clamped already to save a couple seconds here. The important thing about clamping knives, this is the quick clamp. You want to be as centered as possible when you clamp your knives. On Para 3s especially, but all Spydercos, you want the flat grind line right here to be parallel with the edge of the stone, like so. So you can get the heel all the way very tight to the end of the knife. If you do that, and we sharpen this at an angle, which is the existing edge, we'll find that by using some Sharpie. We should be able to knock this out here pretty quickly. Okay, so I've already preset this to 17 degrees. I haven't checked the angle yet though, so it's about 17 right there. We're gonna give it a couple swipes, see what it looks like on the existing edge. So it looks like 17 degrees, pretty close to where it needs to be. It's a little bit higher than the existing edge. And on the flip side, it's just right about right. So we're going to use 17 degrees. That's a Spyderco factory angle. That's where stuff usually is. I like to be consistent and save some time by doing it that way. Confirming our ricasso looks good. We're going to check our stop collars. Bump this down a little bit so I can get more of the stone. Stop collars keep you from running up on the blade face, so they're very important to use. Right up there. And now we're going to sharpen, just kind of find the edge, see where we have some deficiencies. Towards the tip, it's looking like, this is very typical on Para 3s and PM2s, that the angle is a little bit more shallow than 17 degrees. So the tip will take a little bit of work. And of course our heel, which is where I always like to start, just get rid of the heel right away. We're going to bump up against the flat grind line. Let's give it a few strokes. A few times, check your work. A few times, check your work. The heel looks like it's done. Maybe a couple more strokes here. The little spot in front of the heel that most Para 3s get came out really quickly. And that's it. That's all we have to do for the heel. It's nice and tight all the way to the ricasso. So now we're just gonna check the rest of this edge out, get it profiled, make it look nice and even. Tip, we're gonna work on the tip now. Tip is more shallow, so we have Sharpie at the top of the bevel. We're gonna put our finger underneath the tip and do strokes perpendicular to the edge, like so, and then up the edge until all the Sharpie is gone. We're not trying to mirror this. This will be a satin edge, but we still like to get the entire bevel the same finish. So we could technically not do this and we'd have a sharpened knife, but it wouldn't look as good. We're getting there, just a little bit more. Get rid of the rest of the Sharpie. This is very common. Most Spydercos have this exact same thing. That's the way they're sharpened. It just ends up this way. Mostly out. We got a bit of a burr there. Let's even up the rest of the edge real quick. Give it a few passes and then we'll give it a flip. 15V is my favorite steel to sharpen. It stands alone. It's totally different, easy-wise, and from other super steels like this. It forms a burr really distinctly, like already we have one. And obviously it's visually noticeable, and it just gives you a lot of feedback, and it's not that hard to profile with good stones at all. You'd think it'd be more difficult. Jumping in on the heel. Check it out, make sure you don't overdo your heels. Okay, looks like we're good. Little spot in front of the heel like usual that needs a little extra attention, and that's ground out. Someone asked me today, how do you know when to move on to the next step? So right now we're profiling this edge. So this 150 grit Hapstone Premium CBN stone, I'm not going to move on from it until I'm happy with visually how the edge looks. Flip side tips are usually better done on Spyderco's. This one didn't really need any work. We're good. We're going to flip it. We have a visual burr through the whole edge. So we know we've apexed the edge on both ways. So this is just a cleanup pass with the 150. Just make sure everything looks nice and clean, and we're going to try to reduce the burr a little bit. The tip needs just a tiny bit more effort to get it all the way cleaned up. Use your finger under the tip so you don't roll off of it. I think we're good. Now we're just trying to make sure everything looks like nice, even sheen. Call that good. We have a burr again. This side's very well done from the factory, actually. It was right at 17 degrees. Tip looks good. Heel is simple. So now we're just going to make sure the sheen looks the same. Now we're going to switch to a 400 grit stone. This guy. And now most people spend too much time on their higher grit stones. All we're trying to do is get rid of the burr, and these stones do a terrific job getting rid of the burr. We're polishing the bevel a little bit, but we're not trying to mirror it. So we're not trying to get anything special looking. We're just trying to get it a nice satin edge. So just a few strokes. Once you go over the edge a few times, it is what it is. It's going to be, the burr will be flipped. It'll be as scratch-free as it's going to get. And if you're not trying to mirror anything, you don't really have to worry too much about little minor scratches on a satin edge. You won't notice them. It just kind of blends in. Usually on the 400 grit stone, I do 2 passes, sometimes 3, depends on if the saw has a burr. But usually Spyderco's, especially 15V, will quickly be done. Call that good. Making sure the sheen's the same through the full edge. Okay, let's pop it out of the clamps. Throw it on a strop after a quick wipe down. Get the sharpening dust off. A couple quick passes on the strop, just to make sure the burr's gone. Again, this is just a satin edge, so the strop is just for cleaning up the edge. It's not for shining anything up or getting rid of scratches. Okay, let's give it a cut test. Nice and clean. Sharpen knife. Clean it up with magic eraser, just to get any Sharpies left on it off. There we go. That's how you sharpen 15V Para 3.